In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a rule that will help you to save more money with Facebook ad. And that rule is to tell Facebook, if my cost per conversion pass a certain level, I want you to turn that advert off, even if I did not log in. That is one of the best features that I've been using over time. I also have a rule that shows Facebook, if my cost per result is less than something, I want you to gradually scale it up. So that video is going to be linked on the description. But for this video, I'm going to show you how to do that, because it's not everybody that check their ad manager every single time. And if you don't check your ad manager every time, then this particular rule is going to be helpful for you. So let's go. How do you create that particular rule? You just come to your ad manager, come to this more, click on create a new rule, and then it's going to take you to where you can create a custom rule. So I'm just going to click on next, and then they are going to ask you, what is the rule name? Well, I'm going to name it turn off campaign. Turn off campaign, so that I can remember the name of the rule. Turn off campaign. So they are going to ask you, apply this rule to what? All active ad or all active campaign. I always go with all active campaign. Then the another option, what do you want to do? What is the rule? Do you want them to turn on campaign? Do you want them to turn off campaign? Do you want them to increase budget, decrease budget, and all of that? But I want them to turn off campaign. So if a campaign have passed a certain amount, for instance, let's say my acceptable cost per result is 100 naira. I'm telling Facebook that if my campaign is costing me 150 to get a lead, I want you to turn it off automatically. If my campaign is costing me 130 naira to get a lead, I would like you to turn it off. Do you understand? Even if I do not log in to that Facebook, I want you to turn it off because it have passed my acceptable cost per lead. You know why you are doing this? You don't want to waste your money, especially if you're somebody that is busy, that do not have time to be checking your ad manager every single time. This will really help you. Okay, so let's get started. What is the condition? If cost per result, so there are a lot of drop down here, but we're going to choose if cost per result is greater than, not is smaller than. All right, if you want to scale, you are going to say it's smaller than, but now we want to turn off the R, so we're going to say it's greater than. And remember, you need to have an acceptable cost per result. So if cost per result is greater than 100 naira, for instance, I'm going to give you this for instance, it's greater than 100 naira, I want you to turn off this campaign. That is simply a rule that I'm giving it now. The very rule I'm giving it means, if any of my cost per campaign, if any of my cost per lead is greater than 100 naira, I want you to turn this advert off. That's what I'm just giving it now. And of course, I want the lifetime impression to be 8,000, meaning that people must have seen the advert on their Facebook 8,000 times. You have the option to edit it. Sometimes I just go with 6,000. Sometimes I just try to leave it at that 8,000, because Facebook automatically gives you the 8,000 themselves. So I'm going to click on apply. So if cost per result, again, is greater than 100 naira, which means it have passed 100 naira getting me one lead, I want you, Facebook, to turn it off. That is the rule that I'm creating. And then they're going to ask you, what is the time range? I always love to choose between last 3 days or last 7 days. You know, if you want to scale an advert, it is always advisable for you to look at how consistent that advert has been for the past 7 days, at least. If the advert has consistently given you good results for 7 days, then it might be good to scale. Or if you want to even go further, you can check it in the last 14 days. For 14 days, that advert has given you fantastic results. It is beautiful to scale. So for me, I'm going to use last 7 days. What I'm telling Facebook is, look at the last 7 days results. If any of my advert is costing me more than 100 naira to get lead, turn it off. That is the simple English that we did here. But you don't need to really understand all the English. All you need to do is to follow me and do exactly what I did here. Turn off campaign, all active campaign. Then you now set this rule. Okay, let me uncheck this rule and set it again, just in case you were confused. Okay, let's go. All active campaign, turn off campaign. Then I'm going to give it a condition. If cost per result is greater than, then this is where you now put in your acceptable cost. It can be 200, it can be 500, I don't know, but for me, I always leave it at 100. If cost per result is greater than 100 naira, then I'm going to click on this add. Immediately, Facebook is going to give you this lifetime impression by default, and then you have the option to edit the impression. So I can say 6,000, I can say 8,000, but just leave it at 8,000 because Facebook knows why they did it. Then time range, I'm going to select last 7 days. When I do that, of course, I'm going to click on rules are going to be applied. as often as possible. No, I want it to be applied daily. Okay, I want the rule to be applied daily. So the next one here is I just click on create and I have created the rule. So let me click on create. Why is this important again? If you are somebody that is busy, that do not always check your ad manager, this is going to help you incredibly because it will save you a lot of money. If you do not check your ad manager, your advert might be getting you 200 naira cost per lead and it's consuming a lot of money without giving you results. But because you do not check it, Facebook are not going to stop the advert, and that is why this rule matters. All right, so as you can see, I've successfully applied the rule. So if I go to my manage rules, you are going to see that I have created that rule, and that rule is going to be applying to every active campaign. You see, that's why I chose campaign. I did not choose ad set and I do not choose ad. I chose campaign. And if you want to, maybe you want to preview it or something, or you can edit it. This is how you can edit it. Let's say, for instance, for some reason, you just wanted to edit it, maybe increase the acceptable cost per result or something, you have the option to edit it. If you want to preview it, this is how you preview it. So you can see lifetime impression is greater than 8,000, cost per result is greater than 100 naira. Then they are going to turn off the advert for you. Now, I have done another video on how to scale by increasing your ad budget by 3%. You see that the rule is actually very active here. The rule is active, very active here. So you can check that I created a video on how to do that, and you're going to see the video on the description. Watch it if you want to scale your advert without messing up with the ad budget. You see, if you scale your advert wrongly, your advert is going to die. So you want to know how to scale your advert correctly without resetting your advert to going into learning phase again. That is what this scaling by increasing 3% will do for you. Make sure you watch it. The video will be in the description. And until then, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. I'm going to see you in the next video.